Hello, my fellow sexy, sassy, saucy, limitless HBICs. How you doing on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all today? I am trying to record this video without editing it because I am crunched for time because I have tons of coaching calls today. So I'm going to jump right into the basic bitch. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens. It just went by. I have 2 channel memberships where I go live with my channel members. Okay. If you join the hot seat group, right? Hot seat/group coaching. That is the group you have access to both channel memberships. And we go live together tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? The other group, which is the exclusive lives, we go live on Tuesday evenings, normally at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have Clapper. Please join me. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Let's talk about law of assumption, manifestation, and, getting what we want, okay? Let's jump right in because I don't want to dilly-dally. I'm on a schedule today.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Always. Siri, we don't have time for you today. All right. So what I want to talk about quickly as a loud-ass truck is about to go by and I'm doing laundry. So we have all these sounds, ambient sounds in the background, this really slow-ass truck. I want to talk about when we are becoming new self. When we are deciding to be new versions of self so that we can get our damn manifestations. I want to point out something to you all. The entire idea of getting whatever it is you want, right? You want your specific person to show up choosing you, loving you, wanting you, making you feel like you are the light of their life, right? You want to have that experience. You want that love reflected back to you. Yeah, you want that? You want to have money. You want to feel the security of knowing you always have a plethora or abundance of money coming to you. You want to feel, like you've got the best health to ever hit this planet. You want to feel amazing. You want to feel good. Well, I'm telling you, you can have all of that, right? You don't have to just pick one. You can have it all. But here's the thing. Here's something that I think gets in people's way on this journey. It's insecurity. You see, when we get into a place of seeing things over and over and over and over again, we start to feel safe, meaning we are safe or we feel secure with things that we know are going to reoccur in our life. For example, we feel safe and secure that we have our home to come home to, whether that's an apartment, whether that's a shed, whether that's an actual mansion, who knows? But whatever it is you consider home, it's the security of waking up every morning in a place with a roof over your head that you consider your own. It's the reoccurrence of waking up to that, knowing and feeling secure that you have it, right? We step into that security and we thrive off of it. Just like when we're manifesting a specific person, in the early days of our journey, most people manifesting an SP spend a lot of their time affirming for that person to love them. Why? Because they want to feel secure in that relationship. They want to feel safe and secure that that person is wanting them and only them and choosing them, but they're looking for that security through an outside source. Where the truth is, everything is within us now, right? But we're manifesting certain things so that we can feel secure in our environment, right? Okay. Now, I feel that along the journey, especially any of us who have ever experienced shitty relationships or times where you didn't have access to money, or if you're manifesting health, maybe you have a health issue that you're manifesting, a new version of self that doesn't have that issue. When we have gone through life, we have had these experiences that have made us feel insecure. So like manifesting a specific person, when you're having someone currently not showing up the way you want, we don't feel secure. We don't feel secure in that relationship, or we don't feel secure that we're going to be able to manifest that person. Maybe we don't think it's ever going to work for us. All of us, when you really, really think of it, are searching for security, right? Searching for knowing I can have this experience. But you've heard me mention before that some of us consistently return to a victim state where we are feeling sorry for ourselves. We are looking at people in our 3D reality as doing things to us. So it's a victim state, right? Because we are what is manifesting everything in our 3D reality. We don't blame and shame. That's not what I mean. But we're the ones manifesting it. Everything's coming from within. Everything you want to experience is within you right now. And you hear me relentlessly bring up, then decide. Decide to be the version of yourself that has the manifestation. But what that requires is you dying from your current version of self, if that's not the self that believes that you can have the manifestation or trusts that the manifestation is ever going to come in. I want to read a little Neville Goddard. We all feel so secure in reoccurrence. If we know that a thing is fixed and that next week things will be as they are today, I feel secure in that recurrence. I can have done something that violates the moral codes. I can have come from the wrong side of the tracks, but I can accept that, for I am used to it. But to say that something awakes in me and can become what it will, that is frightening to man. So we are told to awake out of sleep, for recurrence brings security to the whole vast world. One does what he does as if he did it in a nightmare, for God had to forget he was God to become man. And that whittling down to this level is the very limit of contraction. But then comes the awakening from that deep dream into which he threw himself to make me alive. So this lifting up power goes about setting men free, for God became every man, that every man may in time awaken as God. Eventually, the whole world will awaken, and the poem will be in full bloom, and it will be noble beyond our wildest dreams. And then it will exist for us, and we will be one with the creator of the great bomb, blah, blah, blah. That is the art of dying. All that means, we're going to Kim that down. All that means is, it's saying, when he mentioned violating moral codes or coming from the wrong side of the tracks, to me, that sounds like, I know what he means. He's bringing up, I could have been a bad person my entire existence, but it feels safe to return to being that person. However, it also is pointing out why victim state feels very natural and normal for us, because we have been in that state over and over and over again, and it feels safe and secure to be there. Even though it feels like shit to be in victim state, it feels safe to be there. And I made a really more, get your ass out of that state video more recently, so you might want to go watch that one as well. But what I'm saying is, the art of dying, what Neville is talking about, is dying to your current self. And as you return to the new version of yourself, which is just another way of saying to the state where you're having your manifestation, this is why Neville also points out that it doesn't matter how long you maintain that state. What matters is how often you're returning to it, because it is the recurrence of stepping into that state. So hear this, all these R words: returning, recurrence, and repetition. It is the repetition of you getting into the state of having your desire or becoming the version of self that has the desire. It is within the repetition of doing it that, as that recurrence of stepping into that state, the recurrence of it, the repetition of doing it, that recurrence, that state begins to feel natural to us. And when that state feels more natural, as in we start to believe, we start to have some trust that it's going to work and we're going to get our manifestation. As we keep stepping into that, your 3D has to give it to you. Your 3D validates you. And I promise it is just about the returning to the state that matters. The returning is just another way of saying the repetition of getting into the state. Return to it. It doesn't matter if you fall out. I know victim states feel more natural, but we are breaking the habit of that. We are dying to that victim state. We are dying to current self. And you die to the self we want to get rid of, the version of ourselves that doesn't have what we want. We do it with the repetition of making the decision to be the new version of self that we want to be. The idea is to deny your senses, the art of dying to who you currently are. Listen to me. I want to read another thing from Neville. This is going to make sense to you. That is to say, when I die, that is when I enact the drama. I do not wait for signs to appear. It is when I am most aware of my restrictions and feel the pressures. Then is when I must learn to die. I must learn to let go of what my senses dictate and go mad and yield to what is only a dream. But sustaining it and living in it, I die to what was physically real as I gradually lift up what was only the dream. Let's skim that part down. All he's saying is, in the moments when you are full of doubt, I don't want you to flip your thoughts. I don't want you to put the pressure on them like, oh my God, I felt that. No, it is those moments. Those are the moments of opportunity for you. When you're having doubts, when you're upset and triggered with your 3D and you're thinking this isn't working, when you think this is failing and you don't feel like you're changing, that is the moment to die to current self. That is the moment to decide, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what thoughts are coming up, that you are sticking with the choice to be new self. It is those restrictive, uncomfortable moments where you're feeling pressure, where you're feeling like nothing is working. Those are the moments that we are dying to the old self. We're dying to that self. It's those moments that we deny our senses, no matter what our 3D is showing us. No matter what thoughts are coming at us. You don't have to fight off your thoughts. You just have to return to the state of you deciding that you are not giving up and you are not accepting anything less. So you don't have to be afraid of your thoughts. You don't have to fight off your thoughts. You can let them roll by. You don't have to punish yourself because you had an emotional reaction. You just have to return to the state of having your desire. And all I mean by that is, in your moments where you're feeling your worst, it's okay that that moment's happening. But in that moment, allow yourself the grace and decide, I'm not giving up on this. I don't care that this thought is here. I don't care that my 3D is not what I want yet. I'm denying my senses. It doesn't matter what my 3D is showing me. I'm still becoming the version of myself that's having my desire. Don't put your pressure on. Don't put the pressure on that you have to instantly get a feeling of the wish fulfilled. There's nothing better than the wish fulfilled. Nothing feels better than the wish fulfilled, right? But don't put the pressure on yourself that, oh my God, I have to feel this. No. No matter how I feel, no matter what I'm seeing, I'm choosing to deny my senses. So I might feel like nothing's working. I'm not getting my manifestation, but I'm not giving up. I'm choosing to be the version of myself that is getting that damn relationship. I'm choosing to be the version of myself that allows abundance of money and love and health and anything else. I'm allowing it to come to me. I'm allowing it, and nothing's getting in the way of it. Deny your senses. Die to old self. It's just returning. It's returning that matters. The repetition of the returning or the recurrence is what is going to make that state feel so natural that you will get to the place of absolutely knowing that manifestation is coming. It's yours. It's done. It's already created. You're just manifesting it into your 3D. Or, like I like to think, hop into the 3D where you're already getting it. No pressures, no failures, no rules. Just return. Return as often as possible and watch your world change. How do you return to the state? Maybe you're like someone who wants to affirm that you are your new version of self who doesn't have limitations. Visualize yourself living your most surreal, happy, abundant life. And that includes life with your person, all the money you can think of, the best health, the best friends, the best career, the best everything. Visualize yourself there. Allow yourself to really immerse yourself in the visual. Immerse yourself in your affirmations as you're affirming. Allow your imagination to take you away as you're sitting and thinking about all the things you're going to be doing with your specific person, or all the things you're going to buy with all that money, or what it's going to feel like to finally not worry about shit, like paying bills. Allow yourself to dip into that imagination. But when you feel like shit and thoughts are coming up that are not favorable, and you are absolutely aware you're not in a favorable state, don't beat yourself up. Don't put the pressure on to get back to the state. Just calmly tell yourself, I don't care how I'm feeling. I don't care what I'm seeing. I'm denying my senses. I am becoming my new self, and nothing can stop that from happening because I'm sticking to my decision. That in itself is getting you closer and closer to being that version. Don't worry about how you're feeling. Don't worry about the thoughts. Return to the decision. Return to the state. Watch all those manifestations come in. I'm judged. I was judged before I even started this damn video. I only got one thing to edit out that I can think of. So good. This was a success. So on that note, I gotta go because I got a coaching call. Okay, I'm gonna be on the phone all night long. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I'm gonna be busy. So join the channel membership. Join the hot seat group channel membership, because that's going live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Okay, we can chit chat and get your ass in the hot seat. Okay, so don't worry. That manifestation is yours. If you're thinking it, if you're desiring it, it's already yours in another reality. You're just choosing to pull that version in. Okay? And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.